Raise your hand if you're tired of this happening to you in Madden 23. Or how about this? A lot of players have been wondering why it seems like all of these wide open rat catches are not being completed in this game, and I have some thoughts on the topic. Let's get into it. What is up, guys? Dan from the Stan Madden YouTube channel, and you're probably wondering what it is that I'm thinking about these catch hole bugs that exist in Madden 23. Just the other day I was on stream and I had a stretch of games where, not even exaggerating, at least once, probably closer to twice a drive, I was throwing wide open routes to receivers, whether it was corner routes, seam routes, flat routes, out routes, you name it. And for some reason, these rack animations were just being whiffs. And there's been a lot of debate on social media about what is causing these animations to occur. And I'm starting to think that maybe, just maybe, the culprit is velocity abilities in general. So in today's video, we're going to break down of just what benefits might exist when you play without the pass lead elite or the set feet lead ability in this year's game. Now, I want to preface this whole video. I'm not telling you that playing without those abilities is better, okay? I'm telling you that there are different benefits to playing without this. Namely, I think that the pass leads, in particular your freeforms, are going to be better. Your trajectories are going to be better, leading to less pick artist animations. And I'm kind of noticing that some of the deeper catch elites are starting to show up for me as it pertains some of the animations I'm getting downfield. In fact, you may have noticed in that little B-roll clip with the corner route to Randy Moss that his deep out elite actually lit up on that route that I threw over the top of a deep out knockout, which is a ability that everyone equips on their players. So let's go ahead and get into it today. Now, I know I've been doing a lot of talking here, but I do want to say real quick, a catch hole bug is something that refers to the game actually believes that your guy is catching the ball. So in those first few clips where it was showing the ball in the flat that went through the receiver's hands and also the deep route that was not caught, the game actually thinks it's giving you a catch. A lot of players out there seem to think that this is something tied to random number generation. I'm here to tell you right now, it's clearly a bug. The game is trying to reward you. It's just failing, which happens.
EA Sports. It's in the game.
So let's start off here first and foremost. I've got a little bit of a comparison. I'm going to show you here that my quarterback, Zach Wilson, has just Gunslinger and Hot Route Master for free on his golden ticket item. I do have Fearless, which I'm paying for, and I do have Pocket Deadeye. So my AP cost on this Zach Wilson is a whopping 2 AP. And I think this is pretty solid. Obviously, you guys can rock Gunslinger, Hot Route Master, Fearless, and a Velocity ability for 2 AP if you guys decide you don't want to use this tip after watching this video. But over on the outside, I also have Deep Out Elite, Short In, and Short Out. Short In and Short Out is the stack I run on pretty much every receiver in the game, but that Randy Moss gets a free Deep Out Elite. Opposite of him is DK Metcalf. Tall, fast, has Deep Out Zone KO. And I'm just going to show you here as we go through this that when I go to throw these balls that don't have a velocity ability, the outcome is still pretty decent, to be totally honest. So I'm going to set up just a simple beater here, and I'm going to throw this ball over the top to the outside. And you're going to see that really this looks so good as it pertains the way that that's caught. Namely, you also saw Randy Moss's Deep Out Elite light up. Now, this is a huge thing because I really do believe that there are some big time benefits to being able to throw the ball downfield without a velocity ability. Let me ask you this. How many times when you throw a deep corner route where your guy has like 2 steps on the player underneath of him, does that velocity ability change the trajectory where instead of it coming in at an arc, it comes in flat? And because of that ball being lower, the pick artist ability on the defensive back is able to jump up from 2 yards, sometimes even further behind the receiver, and get a crazy 40-inch vertical interception animation on what you thought was a wide open throw. As you see right here with this example, we could actually throw this same route And because there is more arc on this, the ball comes in at a trajectory that does really two things. One, you can see that because it is coming in at a more realistic trajectory, I know that sometimes it's like a hot air balloon, but because it comes in with more arc, the pick artist has no opportunity, and we don't have pick artist here on this player, but it's obvious that it wouldn't be able to be intercepted. It comes in at a spot where it leads the receiver away from the KO ability, and you also see that it gives an opportunity for the deep out elite to light up and make this fantastic spec catch on the sideline. This is something that is really, really important here. Now let's go ahead and take some shots down the sideline with a streak route with deep out elite against that deep out KO. Do you notice how when I throw this ball up, the deep out elite on Randy Moss activates due to the different trajectory, and I'm actually able to aggressive catch a deep out KO. As we know, that is something that should not happen hardly at all when we play this game. Now, I'm not saying to go out and just throw streaks recklessly, but I am trying to tell you that maybe this trajectory is going to allow deep out elite to start lighting up a little bit more, whereas it was a virtually worthless ability due to the types of animations that are forced by that lower trajectory. Again, I think it comes down to trajectory. The velocity, when we talk about a lot of these rat catch animations that are a lot clunkier, we talk about this being the worst rat catch animation Madden ever, and about how all these zone and man KO abilities deep seem to always win. Well, could it be that we're not giving deep out elite an opportunity to work at all due to the fact that the ball comes in so much lower, which makes them have to stop and play these more flat-footed style or momentum stopping animations in order to just put their hands on the football? The other one that is really, really bad in this year's game is the flat route. We showed earlier there was catch hole bugs in a simple out route to a wide receiver, but I'm sure that we have all seen the animations this year where you go to throw a ball into the flat to a wide open tight end against a man blitz where he's not covered, or a zone coverage where there is no immediate hard flat support. And you go to throw what is an exciting, easy check down that you know you're going to pick up 15 plus yards on, and the ball hits your tight end in the head. And that's with the velocity ability. However, you'll note when we go to throw these same free forms, you don't get those animations with your tight end at all. I could throw this 100 times, and I urge you guys to do the same, and you're going to probably catch 100 of these, if not 99. I would say the margin for error on these is very, very low as it pertains this ball being a weird animation. So again, as it pertains to this, you can get this ball out. You're not going to have these clunky animations where the guy doesn't really have an opportunity to catch it, or the velocity zips it in so much that it pings them in the head or the shoulder or the back. It doesn't happen at all. And because of that particular bug that we are so used to, so many players have basically said, well, I'm just going to go ahead and highball it. You can still highball these if you want. You're going to see right here, if I throw a high ball, it does lead him up the field just the same as a velocity ability does, so you get a smoother animation. But in a situation where maybe you can't highball, or you accidentally forget to highball, you're still going to be able to freeform this without those catch bugs that are going to occur, where we see a significant chunk of those ping the shoulder animations when you do have a velocity ability. And lastly, I do want to say that I will say short time testing this, because I did just start doing this on Friday, I haven't really noticed that players are less open as it pertains beating man-to-man coverage. Yeah, sure, the ball isn't zipping in there, but again, the quality of the catch animation is better as it pertains these catch animations. You see that we aren't really in a spot where that velocity that we're putting on the ball makes the guy have to stop in his tracks and kind of recalibrate his catch animation at the last second, which again, I do believe wholeheartedly is the culprit for why we see so many drops against KO abilities in this year's game. So as I go ahead and try to attack the spinner meta, I mean, you're darn right I feel like I can make this throw. You see right there, that puts him in a good spot. It's a smooth animation where he doesn't stop and do the clunky animation. All of it is kind of outstretched as it pertains his catch animations. Again, I'm not telling you that no velocity ability is better. I'm just saying that it does seem that there are some valuable elements to utilizing a quarterback without a velocity ability. So what I would urge you guys to do is maybe take a look at your backup quarterback situation. If you're playing a game where it seems like the only throw on the field is maybe that deep throw where you have 2 steps on the guy, but you're always getting KO'd with your velocity ability quarterback, maybe sneak in a backup quarterback that has Hot Route Master so you can still set up all your routes the same way, use your route abilities the same way, but get a different trajectory on the ball. For me, I'm going to continue to work my primary quarterback without this, and if there are any crazy changes to it, you guys can bet that I will let you guys know here on the Zan Madden YouTube channel. But I do hope that you guys appreciated today's video. Again, I know it's a little bit crazy to think about maybe this could be something to do, you know, the last month or 2 of the year, especially because when Madden drops in the fall, you're going to be playing without those velocity abilities at launch anyways. So maybe it's time to kind of take a look to roll it back and see, you know, if this could refine your offense, maybe change some of the ways that you attack some of these knockout metas, especially these heavier blitz knockout metas where the only throw is over the top, and hoping that you don't drop it after a KO animation. And who knows, maybe we'll start to see some better deep out elite catch animations to cancel those KOs like we saw here in this video. Until next time, this is Zan. Get in the lab and good luck.